Nobody expected the glamorous tension between Tian Xiwei and Zhang Linghe to explode this dramatically, and before you scroll away you need to stay until the very end, because what allegedly happened after Zhang Linghe finally confessed his hidden feelings reportedly turned into one of the most emotional celebrity confrontations fans have witnessed all year, involving shattered trust, humiliating accusations, emotional silence, late-night arguments, private tears, and one devastating sentence from Tian Xiwei that reportedly left Zhang Linghe completely frozen in disbelief. So subscribe right now because this story unfolds with romance, betrayal, emotional tension, celebrity pressure, and scenes so unforgettable fans everywhere are still emotionally recovering from what supposedly happened afterward. For months, fans everywhere had already suspected something unusual was quietly growing between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei. The lingering eye contact during interviews, the nervous smiles during backstage interactions, the awkward pauses whenever reporters mentioned romance publicly. According to insiders, entertainment staff reportedly noticed emotional chemistry between them long before fans started creating viral relationship theories online. At first, both stars allegedly avoided discussing the rumors completely. Professional appearances continued normally. Friendly interactions remained carefully controlled. But according to sources, something reportedly changed during a private overseas event that emotionally brought them much closer together than anyone publicly realized afterward. Witnesses claimed Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei allegedly spent unusually long hours together during the trip outside official schedules. Quiet dinners reportedly turned into late-night conversations. Private rehearsals allegedly lasted far beyond necessary timing. And according to insiders, people around them reportedly began whispering privately that Zhang Linghe was emotionally falling much deeper for Tian Xiwei than he originally intended. Meanwhile, fans online continued obsessing over every tiny interaction between them publicly. A smile became headline news. A glance turned into viral edits. Even brief interviews reportedly triggered millions of emotional fan reactions afterward. But according to insiders, the emotional reality behind the scenes allegedly became far more complicated than anyone imagined publicly. Because while Zhang Linghe reportedly grew increasingly open about his feelings privately, Tian Xiwei allegedly became more emotionally cautious with every passing week afterward. Witnesses claimed she reportedly struggled with trusting his intentions completely despite the obvious emotional connection between them. And according to sources, one painful reason reportedly haunted her constantly: Zhang Linghe's reputation. Rumors about his charm reportedly followed him everywhere publicly for years. Co-stars allegedly linked to him emotionally. Speculation surrounding private relationships constantly appearing online afterward. Fans publicly calling him irresistible, while critics privately questioned whether he truly took relationships seriously emotionally afterward. At first, Tian Xiwei reportedly ignored most of the rumors. But according to insiders, repeated gossip allegedly started affecting her emotionally much more deeply than she admitted publicly. Then came the private dinner that reportedly changed everything forever afterward. According to witnesses, Zhang Linghe allegedly arranged an intimate rooftop evening for Tian Xiwei at a luxury hotel overlooking the city skyline. Soft gold lights reportedly reflected across the glass walls surrounding the rooftop afterward. Rain allegedly falling quietly beyond the balcony while piano music played softly inside the private dining space. Witnesses later described the atmosphere as breathtakingly romantic emotionally beyond words afterward. According to insiders, Zhang Linghe reportedly looked unusually nervous before Tian Xiwei arrived privately that evening. Witnesses claimed he allegedly adjusted the table repeatedly while checking his phone almost constantly beforehand. Because according to sources, he reportedly planned emotionally for this conversation far longer than anyone publicly knew afterward. Then Tian Xiwei reportedly entered the rooftop, wearing a long black coat with soft rain still glistening across her hair afterward. Witnesses claimed Zhang Linghe reportedly stood immediately the moment he saw her. And according to insiders, the emotional tension between them allegedly became overwhelming almost instantly afterward. At first, conversation reportedly remained light. Travel stories, filming memories, private jokes. But according to witnesses, something emotionally shifted once the city lights outside became softer beneath the rain afterward. The atmosphere reportedly became quieter, more vulnerable. At one point, insiders claimed Zhang Linghe allegedly stared silently at Tian Xiwei for several seconds without speaking at all afterward. Then came the shocking confession fans everywhere are still discussing emotionally online afterward. According to sources, Zhang Linghe allegedly admitted openly that despite trying repeatedly to suppress his feelings privately, he could no longer emotionally pretend Tian Xiwei meant only friendship to him afterward. Witnesses later claimed the rooftop reportedly became completely silent after those words. Because according to insiders, Tian Xiwei allegedly never expected him to confess so directly publicly afterward. Then Zhang Linghe reportedly continued emotionally speaking before fear could stop him privately. According to sources, he allegedly admitted every major moment during recent months somehow emotionally reminded him publicly of Tian Xiwei afterward. Every city, every project, every celebration reportedly felt incomplete emotionally whenever she was absent privately afterward. Witnesses claimed his voice reportedly sounded heartbreakingly sincere throughout the confession afterward. But then something nobody expected allegedly happened. Instead of becoming emotional publicly or overwhelmed privately, Tian Xiwei reportedly looked suddenly distant afterward. Quiet, careful, almost emotionally guarded. Then came the devastating sentence that reportedly shattered the atmosphere instantly afterward. According to insiders, Tian Xiwei allegedly quietly asked Zhang Linghe one brutal question. How many other women have heard these exact same words from you before? Witnesses claimed Zhang Linghe reportedly froze emotionally the moment she said it afterward. Because according to sources, he allegedly realized immediately the rumors surrounding his reputation privately still haunted Tian Xiwei emotionally far more deeply than he understood publicly. At first, Zhang Linghe reportedly tried explaining calmly. He allegedly insisted his feelings for Tian Xiwei were genuine, different, real. But according to insiders, Tian Xiwei reportedly became increasingly emotional afterward while finally revealing everything she secretly feared privately. Witnesses claimed she allegedly admitted she struggled emotionally trusting him because his charm reportedly made every interaction feel dangerously believable afterward. According to sources, she allegedly feared becoming simply another emotional story publicly attached privately to Zhang Linghe afterward. Then came the sentence fans everywhere reportedly cannot stop talking about afterward. According to insiders, Tian Xiwei allegedly looked directly at Zhang Linghe before quietly calling him a playboy emotionally afterward. The atmosphere reportedly collapsed instantly. Witnesses later described Zhang Linghe allegedly looking completely stunned publicly hearing the accusation privately afterward. Not angry, not defensive, just emotionally crushed. Because according to insiders, despite his reputation publicly, he allegedly never expected Tian Xiwei privately to see him the same way critics online constantly described him afterward. Then according to sources, Tian Xiwei reportedly continued emotionally speaking while tears slowly formed in her eyes privately afterward. Witnesses claimed she allegedly admitted the hardest part publicly was not denying emotional chemistry privately between them afterward. It was fearing that his feelings might disappear emotionally as quickly as rumors around him constantly changed publicly afterward. That confession reportedly shook Zhang Linghe emotionally far more deeply than anyone nearby realized afterward. Because according to insiders, he allegedly finally understood the true emotional damage celebrity reputations privately create afterward even when feelings themselves are real publicly. Then came another heartbreaking revelation emotionally afterward. According to witnesses, Tian Xiwei allegedly admitted she spent weeks privately trying to convince herself emotionally not to fall too deeply for him publicly afterward because part of her reportedly feared becoming emotionally replaceable later. That sentence reportedly completely shattered Zhang Linghe privately according to insiders nearby afterward. Because according to sources, despite all his confidence publicly, hearing Tian Xiwei emotionally question whether he was capable of genuine loyalty reportedly destroyed him internally afterward. Meanwhile, rain reportedly became heavier outside the rooftop afterward while the city lights blurred softly behind the glass walls emotionally around them. Then, according to insiders, Zhang Linghe allegedly stood slowly before walking toward the balcony privately afterward while struggling emotionally to process everything publicly she just said afterward. Witnesses claimed the silence between them reportedly became unbearable emotionally afterward. Because according to sources, neither wanted the night publicly to end privately like this afterward. Then came another emotional turning point nobody expected afterward. According to insiders, Zhang Linghe allegedly quietly admitted publicly that perhaps his reputation privately really did hurt Tian Xiwei emotionally more than he realized afterward. Witnesses claimed he allegedly confessed emotionally that years of flirtatious headlines, fan speculation, and public rumors privately created a version of him afterward that even people he genuinely cared about emotionally struggled publicly to trust afterward. That confession reportedly visibly affected Tian Xiwei emotionally, according to insiders nearby afterward. Because according to sources, for the first time, she allegedly saw not the confident celebrity publicly admired by millions privately, but someone emotionally exhausted afterward from constantly being misunderstood publicly. Then, according to witnesses, Zhang Linghe allegedly softly asked Tian Xiwei something heartbreaking emotionally afterward. "If I truly meant every word tonight, would you even allow yourself to believe me?" That question reportedly completely emotionally shattered the atmosphere privately afterward. Because according to insiders, Tian Xiwei allegedly could not answer immediately afterward. Witnesses claimed she reportedly looked away emotionally while struggling privately with tears afterward. Because according to sources, part of her allegedly desperately wanted emotionally to trust him publicly. But fear reportedly kept pulling her backward privately afterward. Then came the moment fans everywhere reportedly cried over emotionally, once details later leaked publicly afterward. According to insiders, Tian Xiwei allegedly quietly admitted publicly that the scariest part privately was realizing she already cared emotionally about Zhang Linghe far more deeply afterward than she originally intended publicly. Witnesses claimed Zhang Linghe reportedly looked completely emotionally devastated hearing that confession afterward. Because according to sources, he allegedly realized emotionally her accusation was never truly about hatred publicly. It was fear. Fear of heartbreak. Fear of humiliation. Fear of emotionally trusting someone publicly the world constantly warned her privately not to trust afterward. Then, according to insiders, Zhang Linghe allegedly made one final emotional confession before the night ended afterward. Witnesses claimed he allegedly admitted publicly that despite every rumor privately surrounding him afterward, no one emotionally ever affected him publicly the way Tian Xiwei reportedly did afterward. That confession allegedly left Tian Xiwei speechless emotionally for several seconds afterward. Meanwhile, rain continued falling softly across the rooftop publicly, while city lights reflected privately across the glass around them afterward. And according to witnesses, neither reportedly wanted emotionally to leave afterward, even though the conversation publicly changed everything privately between them forever afterward. Now fans everywhere continue asking the same emotional question afterward. Was Tian Xiwei right emotionally to question Zhang Linghe's true intentions publicly because of his reputation privately, or did fear almost destroy a connection that might actually have been real afterward? If this story emotionally shocked you, and you want more explosive celebrity romance stories filled with emotional confessions, painful misunderstandings, hidden feelings, and unforgettable confrontations, subscribe right now because the next rumored chapter reportedly involves late-night messages, emotional apologies, and one unexpected reunion nobody saw coming afterward.